Hello everyone. So today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I'm not doing a get ready with me for the one times. I am going to finally be introducing my boyfriend to you guys, and we're going to be doing a mukbang so you guys can get to know us a little bit. I have been hiding him for a while now. Well, hiding him for a while now just because, I don't know, just like for what? I just didn't feel a need to be like, hey, this is my boyfriend. I just thought it was the time to finally introduce him. This is my boyfriend.
Hello guys.
Well, his name is Stefano, but Steph.
Hello people.
So basically, dude, you're such a fat ass. Okay, so basically we got Olive Garden. You're gonna hear Lola barking in the back, but honestly, what is new? One of our favorite meals together. He wasn't really an Olive Garden person, but I've turned him into one. Thank you.
We got two sauces here. Andrea's go-to sauces.
You actually discovered this, no?
I don't know why I discovered this or how, but one time we were in Olive Garden and I just mixed them up.
It
turned out pretty good.
Amazing secret sauce. Yummy. Okay, I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions that you guys had for us, either being about our relationship, about us
answering them too.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of breadsticks. We have calamari, which is like the secret sauce. We have fettuccine alfredo, and then we have Caesar salad, which maybe isn't that much, but we fucked this shit up. And trust me, we're gonna be in the toilet for the next like 5 hours after this. Thank you.
How did you meet? Do you want to say?
You want to say something, right?
Alright, well, we have two, my best friend, like my best friend and her best friend, they started seeing each other. And then we started seeing each other because of them. Like they started going out on dates, and then my friend, like they wanted to have double dates because I guess they're awkward. And so my friend brought me along, she brought her along, and we went to bowling, and then that was our first time hanging out, right?
The first time we actually saw each other was a little bit before that at a football game, or after a football game. He had actually come into like my best friend's car.
I don't even know why I went to that car. Now that I think about it, that was so random, but
literally nobody invited him. Me and Miranda are sitting in the car. Man opens the door and sits. His little ass just sits there. Really interesting. But I really didn't pay that much attention to you at that time.
I had never talked to her before that.
Yeah,
I don't even think I had talked to you there.
We didn't have a conversation. And then after that, Alex and Miranda, which is Miranda's boyfriend, his best friend, started texting. They planned to hang out or whatever, and we ended up coming along. We ended up hanging out a couple times just as friends. Both of us weren't really that interested in each other. We're just living life.
We mostly just did it for our friends.
Like we vibed with each other. It was like, oh, he's cool, blah blah. But it wasn't much more after that. How do you guys keep the relationship interesting / healthy? I would say it really just has to do I don't know.
Each other's personalities keep it interesting. Cause we always have something.
Mostly me that I have multiple personalities.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
It's definitely interesting.
For the bites I want to take, I feel like I can't take them in front of this camera.
It's fine.
I want to fuck this shit up.
And then fuck it up. Anyways, no relationship is always gonna be super interesting, and that's completely normal. I think that at the end of the day, you kind of have to keep choosing each other, and that's fine. It's not always gonna be something super.
It's definitely less going out, less doing friend stuff, more just vibing with each other. As time goes on, you start to like that more.
Your relationship is good. Mostly if it's kind of calm at times. I'd definitely rather it be boring than us just fighting all the time, because we went through a little phase where it was beyond me.
For a while, we would go to restaurants a lot. When you do something a lot, too consistently, it takes away from when you do want to go again for a special occasion or something.
Yeah, it doesn't make it as special. It just feels like another day out. We go over to each other's houses a lot, so that's always kind of the same thing, I guess you could say. But we try to do something for example, one day we literally just came, and we don't do it all the time, but we were at my house and he supposedly taught me how to skate literally outside of my house. Small little things like that can sometimes make it that hangout a little bit more memorable, whatever.
Yeah. How
do you guys get through arguments? They're so fat ass with me, but you guys need to try it.
Oh my god, no way you're doing that on camera.
Okay. I'm hungry.
We both have different ways of reacting when we get into fights. So for me in the moment, I figuring it out, being
you
fix this right now,
finding solutions.
Let's fix this right now. And then she's just more give me my space, because if not she's gonna blow up or something, you know.
Let's think about it.
Let's think about it and stuff. That's kind of a way you have to know how the other person reacts, so then it's you're not colliding with each other.
You have to find an in between. for example, I like having my time and my space. I don't like just jumping into like, and you know, talking about it, finding solutions. I like to calm down, like really think about it. He likes more talking about it in the moment. He doesn't like it bothering him like the whole day. I feel like something like that we try to do is like maybe you give me like a little bit of time, like maybe a couple hours, and then talk about it at the end of the night or like the end of the day or whatever. And then there we both kind of get what we want in a way. Like he doesn't have that much time to like, you know, like be like all up in his head about it, and I have time to like think about it. I feel like just kind of finding like the middle ground or whatever. Getting through arguments, something we had to like figure out mostly, I feel like on my side, is I kind of had to realize like we're not against each other. Like I don't have to win the argument. There's nothing to win. Like we're trying to figure something out, not like beat each other. So I think also like kind of coming to terms with what you're doing wrong as well, not always just trying to like see like what they're doing. You took my fork, girl.
Is it worth it getting in a relationship? Is it worth getting into a relationship? Is it worth it getting into a relationship? Is it worth it getting into a relationship?
You're stupid. I said the answer could vary.
Yeah.
It really depends
on you, yeah. Because like I would say like at the beginning of our relationship, I would say like it probably wasn't worth it to get into a relationship. But I feel like now, like as time went on, like it has become worth it. I don't know how to explain it.
He kind of said earlier in the beginning of our relationship, both of us definitely agreed like it wasn't worth it, and that's just because both of us were in a space where we didn't want a relationship. We like weren't looking for one, and all around we just weren't ready for one. Now I would say is that it is worth it now, just because we made it worth it. Like no relationship is perfect. Who confessed to who? We can say who confessed to who that we liked each other, and then that we like I love you.
I feel like we never told each other that we liked each other.
Oh yeah, we didn't. No. Anyways. And then who said I love you first? Me and him always argue about this. We always argue about this.
She said I love you first.
He said I love you first. Thank you.
Said I love you first.
He did.
The words I love you came out of her mouth first. Directed towards me. That's all I'm gonna say. How else can you put it? That's what happened. The words I love you came out of your mouth and they were directed towards me.
They weren't directed towards you though. He took it out of context. Let's not have his panties in a twist, guys. Because I'm kind of like a more closed off person when it comes to like my feelings. Like I don't really like expressing my feelings that much. Like it makes me uncomfortable. So we had a lot of issues because again, we were like polar opposites, and we were having a conversation, an argument. I was trying to explain to him like, no, like I do love you. Like it's just like, but I didn't say like I love you, but that's how he took it. So he believes that was like the first
she said,
time.
I do love you, which means, well, you're telling me you love me, aren't you?
I mean, I did, but it was just like,
so there you go.
It was like out of context.
There you go.
He said it first. Thank you.
The first impression of each other. My first impression of you, I don't know. I just remember I saw her. We were at a football game. I was with my friend.
I always make him tell the story to me.
I was with my friend Bara, and then she walked in. Like it wasn't even your school. I don't even know why.
Yeah, I hadn't moved to this school yet.
And like I knew Miranda like because of some other things. And then, why do you make that awkward? And so I tell my friend, like, I knew my friend Bara knew her, so I was like, oh, who's that girl that Miranda's walking with? Like, she's kind of hot. Literally after that, well, that thing with the car happened, like, we just happened to see them. Like, after that, I didn't even think about her for a while. And then I don't know where.
Alex and Miranda started,
yeah, we just crossed paths again.
My first impression of him, I would say, it's because I don't remember. Well, I'm gonna say it was more bowling, just because I don't really remember him at the football game. Like
bowling?
I didn't.
Oh, bowling.
Like I didn't really have like an impression of you because I didn't really pay like attention, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I saw you for a split second.
Yeah, it's like a moment.
My first impression was, damn, he's tall. His man's a 6'2". Are you actually 6'2", or are you just saying that because I said 6'2"?
I only stand up and
You're 6'1", aren't you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay.
I'm definitely 6'2".
I'm 5'2". I always change it, 5'3", 5'2". So I thought he was pretty tall. Thank you.
How do you keep those feelings going? You answer this one.
How do I keep feelings going? Dude, I can't. It's not even a choice anymore.
Yeah, like we really don't even love each other anymore. We're just in it for the snap streak.
For the snap streak?
How do you get past the toxic stage of your relationship? I'm struggling right now.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be honest.
We were never in the toxic stage, though, I feel like.
We went through a bad toxic stage.
Yeah, like I feel like the toxic stage is like when you don't really have trust in the other person, so it's like you're kind of watching their every move, and it's like they like are doing the same back, and then you guys are kind of trying to get even at each other when like you think they do something petty, so then you're trying to do something petty, and that makes them do something petty.
You guys are like competing against each other.
Yeah, it's just terrible. So
yeah,
maybe just find another person.
No. Imagine that's what we would have done.
Alright.
That's horrible advice. We went through a really bad toxic stage. Honestly, it had a lot to do with trust. There was just zero trust because we broke a lot of that trust in the beginning months of our relationship because both of us not fully respecting each other.
Yeah, and then like I feel like we like overstepped boundaries, and like we felt comfortable to like step over that line again. And then like after a certain point, we had like a talk because we had broken up. We had broken up, and then we're like, we can't like keep doing this stuff. Like we can't be like keep being toxic. Like if we actually want to stay with each other, like we need to like fix some stuff.
Because both of us don't believe in break.
Yeah, if you go on a break for us, like, well for me at least, like might as well break up. Because like we like to show Friends. And if you know what we're talking about, like Rachel and Ross go on a break, yeah, it just doesn't work. How
to get past the toxic stage? First of all, I think you have to realize what you're doing wrong. Have to take accountability for your own shit. Second of all, I obviously think you have to have that conversation with your partner and be open to hearing stuff that are gonna be very hard to hear. I've given this advice before, but me and him have had conversations that have been very hard for me to hear things come out of his mouth and him tell me, I don't like this about you. I don't like how you react to this. But it's just because that is communication. It's not always gonna be the things you want to hear.
So advice to be able to go out without one another, like if she wants to go to a party without me, or if I want to go somewhere without her.
There's something we still try to work on.
Yeah, there's something we should try to work on because obviously like we're not perfect or anything. I don't love when she goes out alone because obviously like you're thinking stuff and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, you have to know that like you're with that person for a reason. Why would you be with someone that you don't fully trust, or not fully trust, but like try to trust them, you know what I mean? And like try to see like, okay, like let's see how this goes like one time, you know? Like you have to see what they're kind of gonna do when you're not around, because like I don't need to be there for her to like turn down a guy. I also think like sometimes it's not necessary, because like what are you gonna do there without me? Like if you wanted to go to a club alone with like one of your friends, it's like with Miranda for example, it's like why couldn't me and Alex go?
But what if it's like a girls' night type of thing?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I get that, but then at the same time,
like there's unnecessary ones.
Yeah, there's unnecessary ones. If you're going out a bunch and like you don't think you're gonna be okay with your partner going out a lot, then you should probably not do it.
Who's more jealous?
You.
You think I'm more jealous?
You think you're not more jealous?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Really? On mommy?
I would say.
I feel like you're more jealous.
I feel like you're more jealous. So
Be serious.
I genuinely feel like you're more jealous.
Really?
Yeah. Are you just gonna keep asking the same question or what?
I'm waiting for you to say no.
I do think you're more jealous.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you check each other's phones?
Like, no. That's something that we talked about. Because we had a moment where it was like...
It was bad.
It was bad, but we wouldn't even check each other's phones like, oh, can I see your phone?
No,
like,
we would look through that.
Like, we would go take a shit.
One would run up the stairs.
And then the other one would fucking grab the phone, look
reposition it really quickly to like how it
reposition it, close the tabs, put it at the same picture.
Well, it was bad. It's not something I'm proud of at all. I think regardless, even like if you're like happily and you're genuinely not doing something wrong, like you're not cheating, you're not doing whatever. But I think like if you look, you will find. No
like,
matter what.
Something's gonna make you mad. Like if we do need to like check something or something, like we truly believe something, you go, you ask them, and you go check that. You don't go looking through the whole fucking phone, everything they like have ever done.
And that's like drastic measures. Will you guys do long distance when you graduate?
No.
No. First of all, in general, we're not doing long distance, like period. We were supposed to go to the same university. We are not anymore. We're not living on campus, so we're still gonna be close to each other. We don't have that issue as of right now. How do you deal with friends or family disliking your girlfriend or boyfriend?
I've never had to like experience that with you. Something I do really like about you is that you never try to act a different way in front of my family. You never try to act like not yourself in front of them. Like you're always yourself, and like I love that about you, that like you never try to act like someone else to like make my family happy or anything.
Like I don't try to be nicer than we're like.
Yeah, or like if you're bitchy this day, then you're bitchy, and if you're happy this day, then you're happy, and like you know, and you act how you act. And
that,
it's like
they literally like me for me.
And they learn to like you for you.
How do you balance your guys' separate lives and your relationship life? Honestly, I did have a very difficult time balancing it. At first, it was I would prioritize my friends way too much and him very little. And then later on, I started kind of prioritizing him a little bit more and like kind of leaving my friends like this. So it was always like it was never just balanced. I can say this for a fact that it will never actually be balanced. I don't think that's ever possible. I think
like fully 50-50.
One is always going to be a little bit outweighing the other.
Yeah.
But I think that's totally okay and it's totally normal. I just think that you kind of have to pick and choose your battles. There's things that I'm like, I know I would vibe a lot more with my friend for this, so I just do that for my friends. And there's things that I feel like are more relationship-y that I think I would enjoy more with him, so I do it more with him. I think something that helps me like kind of keep them in balance is the fact that I want to keep them balanced. I want to hang out with him and I want to prioritize him, but I also love my friends and wouldn't want to lose them, and I want them there for me and I want to be there for them. So I think wanting it is definitely like the most important thing. And it's nice that like we know that like we have other people to fall back on, like not just one person, because that can feel very suffocating and lonely. You want to still have a life outside of like your boyfriend and girlfriend. Who made the first move?
You.
I made the first actual move, I guess.
Oh no, I made the first move. Relationship, I made the first move. You hit me with the out of nowhere with that one. Hope you guys had a good time watching the video.
Let us know, you know, like other videos that I could do with him that could be exciting. Bye guys, because I need to take a massive goodbye.